Okay, everybody, we have a special Infinity Week and we have some epic prizes to give away. First up, we have 3 copies of the Operation Ice Storm starter box to give away. Comment on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday's videos on Beasts of War Facebook or YouTube for your chance to win. As if that wasn't enough, we have 2 epic starter bundles to give away on Thursday and Friday's videos. What they contain is an Onyx Contact Force, a US Ariadna starter force, and 2 core copies of the N3 rulebook. Again, comment on YouTube, Beasts of War, or Facebook for your chance to win. So, hi guys, welcome to another Infinity Week video. Right, we're having a look at what the Tohaa are going to be getting up to in N3 Human Sphere, and from what I hear, they've got some nasty shenanigans going on. Carlos, what's going on here?
Okay, I'm going to try to explain the Pheroware rules and also explain some of the upgrades that the Tohaa has received, which are awesome in my opinion. Okay, so excuse my accent.
Your accent's fine. Stop with that.
How do I begin? Well, the Tohaa come in this new book, Human Sphere N3. Okay, this is the upgrade of them to the N3 standard. The Tohaa has some racial rules. Gutiérrez Rusquiños, the writer of the books and the rules, really cares about them and really puts some extra effort into developing rules just for them, so they are not like playing Yuching or nomads.
So he wants them to feel like an alien race with a different culture, a different technological set that they're building and fighting from.
Tohaa are all biotech, you see, so it wouldn't make sense for them to have high-tech like hacking devices and stuff.
So there are pages in the book that explain rules that are just for the Tohaa. So just for them is racial privilege, and instead of having hacker devices, they have this kind of organic biotechnology and stuff. So it makes them feel different. That is more difficult to balance in testing, but at the same time, it makes them a much more interesting army, of course. So one of those privileges, apart from the Tohaa fire teams that we have already told,
which is very, very nice,
is the Symbiote Armor. The Symbiote Armor is really a privilege for this army because they give them some extra endurance, resistance to punishment, and also has more rules with more interactions here. The vulnerability of the Symbiote Armor is fire ammunition, but that vulnerability has been reduced a little bit. In previous edition, when a Tohaa faces fire, the Tohaa will roll with no armor and die immediately. Now that happens only with the Symbiote Armor, but the inactive symbiote profile has more chances of survival.
So previously, even something like a Gorgos, which had symbiote armor and 3 wounds, their big tag, takes a hit from a flamethrower, could go dead in 1 hit. But now just the symbiote armor dies and the underlying troop is still okay.
Makes sense.
Apart from that, Koratar level 1, Koratar Discipline level 1 appear as these miniatures that we have here. And that has brought
those little guys here.
And that has brought us so these little friends, the Symbiomates and the Symbiote Bombs. Okay, the Symbiomates, which are these blue little figures here, have just one role that has been improved now with the book Human Sphere N3. Let's say that in a rooftop, in a lovely rooftop in the battlefield, we have a Gorgos, for example, an Ectros. It doesn't matter. And a figure with symbiote armor. Because he has symbiote armor, you can attach a Symbiomate next to him. And let's say that in one ordinary spending, in one particular moment on the battlefield, that Ectros suffers a successful rocket impact, and a missile impact, and an adhesive launcher impact, and a hacker program impact, and a forward observer success.
So basically everything is targeted him in one order and just flattened him.
So
so he's dead.
What should the Ectros make? A ton of armor rolls, or just get rid of the Symbiomate? Master, no! The perfect bodyguard jumps and intercepts everything and disappears. And the Ectros is just thinking, what has happened? What has happened? So nothing to me, obviously.
On one turn, no matter how much, so one order, no matter how much stuff hits him on one go, he can just spend little Symbiote Mate. And so it takes all the hits and the underlying troop's okay. Just throws itself in front of everything, yeah.
So it's even more than an extra wound. It's like an invulnerability for one particular moment of the battle.
It's damage immunity for one order.
Yeah, for one order.
Yeah,
that's
like
ridiculous survivability because say it was a 5-man fire team with the HMG loaded out with, say, double action ammunition, a multi-HMG. Say you roll 5 impacts.
That's
there's
10
armor saves you'd have to take, or no, just a little Symbiote Bomb goes, bye-bye.
And then just takes all the hits.
That's ridiculously good.
Very powerful.
That's ridiculously good.
I'm agree.
Yeah.
So the other little friend, say hello to my little friend, is the Symbiote Bomb. Okay, the Symbiote Bomb is the piece of equipment that can perform Pheroware tactics.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
so
that's the word.
I'm guessing the Symbiote is the defensive, the Symbiote Bomb is going to be offensive.
Yes.
And also supportive.
Okay.
Because here we have the chart of Pheroware that has now 4 attacks and 4 support tactics.
Okay.
So this is similar to the hacker charts, but it's different because these are disposable tactics. You just use the Symbiote Bomb once.
Just to be clear, I can pick one of these.
Yeah, and
but
use
that
it.
kills my
But
Symbiote
when
Bomb.
you use it, you get rid of the marker, which because we made miniatures with this, but they are really markers, really.
I have to admit, I'm quite happy that you made them into miniatures.
They're very cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds
Same
an
happened with the crazy koalas and
Yeah.
pandas and many other stuff that in terms of game is a marker, but we made them miniatures because it's funny and beautiful.
It makes it more fun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here, looking at the chart, we have pretty similar attacks here, pretty similar. Endgame, Eraser, Hellzone, Pandemonium, all of them can only be aimed to a target that has wounds attribute.
Okay, so I'm assuming this means I can't shoot tags, I can't shoot remotes?
Nope.
You cannot shoot them because they have a structure attribute instead of wounds.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah. They have burst. These are all of them comms attacks. So the only way to react to one of these is you declaring the sword skill reset, the arrow reset, which is a willpower roll.
Okay.
So you will be using willpower against this.
Okay.
In fact, the range of attack in all of them is the zone of control of the troop that has the Symbiote Bomb. So 8 inches around.
Right.
So this can be used even if you are, with a wall, with no line of fire, this can be used. In fact, the owner of the Symbiote Bomb can spread the burst into multiple objectives if they are in the zone of control.
Okay, so basically, if I have a Damaru moving up to me in that dual fire team, if I have 2 moving up to me, they move into my zone of control.
They have wounds, you can spread the burst.
Between the 2 of them.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Of your willpower against the willpower of the objectives of the targeted
so it's a
units.
face-to-face willpower roll, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
And as hacker attacks, you have modifiers for you and for the enemy. You have a damage because this will force you to make a BTS roll.
Yeah.
And you have certain states or certain consequences if you succeed. With Endgame, which is a burst 2 damage 14 attack, the unit that suffers and the successful attack will lose 1 wound point. Let's take a look. It's 1 wound or structure. It's just 1 wound because it's this biotechnology.
Yeah, so the Symbiote Bomb is running out and biting them in the ankle.
Yeah,
basically,
like a weapon that fires off.
what this photo describes here. Look, okay, attack them. Well, right, the character specialist does not has symbiote armor, but anything with symbiote armor can send the bomb to them. But the character specialist is what you need to fill the symbiote, the symbiote bombs in the field. They are the farmers of these creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We saw Endgame Eraser creates the isolated state. So if the whole thing succeeds, the guy becomes his own combat group, the targeted unit, so he cannot receive orders from his colleagues.
He's only got basically
brothers
his
in
order
arms.
in one group and he's isolated from everybody else.
That's gotta hurt. And it is usable as an ARO.
Hellzone sends you to an immobilized level 1 state, which is a much minor condition here, but that is why the attack is much easier. You have a positive modifier to your willpower. Pandemonium, is sends you to a new kind of state, which is a stun, okay, and uses breaker special ammunition that reduces, it's like armor piece into your BTS.
Okay. Now, quick question for this IMM state. That's how does that work?
Immobilized. It's similar to being glued to the ground or hacked by.
It lasts for 2 turns, so there's 2 levels. Level 1, you're stuck for 2 turns, and then you come back after that. Can be fixed by an engineer, etc. But this combos well with a unit who can fire off the Symbiote Bomb, immobilize a guy, then move around and shoot him.
I see.
So it's a good way of shutting a guy down and then going into attack.
See, I can see that being useful in an ITS game where you have your objectives, because being locked down for 2 turns. Say I was an inch away from my objective. You know, how frustrating could you make it to be locked there for 2 turns?
Applied to the correct troop, it can be really annoying. Apart from those attacks, we have support tactics here. Nimbus Sphere is a way of creating a Nimbus round template on your zone of control. Nimbus is low visibility and saturation zone. So suddenly you will find a situation that you want to put more modifiers in the table.
So low visibility is a -3 to shoot. It's not quite smoke, so it's just low visibility.
Okay, and the saturation zone, what's it do?
-1 to your burst.
Okay.
But you can never have less than 1 in your burst.
Yeah, but this is also an ARO. So if it's me getting shot, say I've done something really stupid, like I would do, and left myself open to say 3 or 4 troops in the active turn where they can shoot at me, I can ARO this and sort of mitigate that a bit. Yeah.
To an extent, but it's not like a smoke grenade which will block the line of sight to give you a special dodge. This is more used as a support tactic. Send it out to give some guys cover, where it's harder for the enemy to hit. It won't quite block shots because it's not a smoke grenade.
But it is reducing the burst if I'm inside it, because they will be shooting into it.
And it's in a particular army that doesn't have normal smoke. They have the best smoke of all, which is the Eclipse smoke that totally blocks all kinds of line of fire. But maybe sometimes you would like to have something that gives you modifiers or certain advantage in a confrontation. Okay, I know that the Kael'thas Receptor has normal smoke grenades. You were going to say that. I read your mind. But it's just one guy in a whole army, you know? So apart from that, we have a Mirror Ball, which is creating a circular template of white noise in your zone of control. White noise is something that is particularly annoying for multi-spectral visors. Basically, without multi-spectral visor troops, which are expensive and usually carrying heavy guns, which are dominating the table, as you can see many battle reports, cannot
see through
the white noise zone. But you can shoot at them, and if they receive your attack, they can shoot back with a -6. Suddenly, they are the ones in disadvantage. Suddenly, that troop that it cost 45 points on your army, which can see through everything, which is always
something
useful.
Like a Nisus?
Like a Nisus, sniper, a Dajibajan,
intruder, that kind of stuff. That kind of demigods of the table in Infinity suddenly are facing something that is specifically designed to make them feel the fear.
So you decide to give your guys cover from multi-spectral visor troops. It's very effective.
Okay, what's our next one?
The next 2 ones are more new stuff, really, for Human Sphere and 3, which is Revitalis. That is a support tactic that can only be used in the benefit of a trooper with active symbiote armor, and heals wounds of the active symbiote armor profile. Obviously, healing a Nectros, healing a Gorgos, healing Nima Satar, which is a Ectros heroine.
This can make the Ectros or the Gorgos very powerful because he has multiple wounds with symbiote armor. You can have one of these guys attached. He can just spend that to regain one of the symbiote armor things without having to take like a Kumotil bioengineer to fix him. It's pretty good.
I would maybe put a bomb and a mate on him. Because then I could be, ignoring your damage. Oh, look, you did damage me. Oh, look, I'm healing my damage.
Exactly. Very powerful.
It's a crazy advantage. I mean, it's
very useful.
Especially for, it's making this army much more special, in my opinion. The final program is First Aid, which is troops with symbiote armor can be recovered from unconscious. So the symbiote bombs now have healing powers also.
So in this kind of case, say you had somebody like a Nikul sniper on top of a building, he goes unconscious, and nearby you have a troop like maybe a Camille who's symbiote armor, or not Camille, somebody who has symbiote armor. Sakiel, and he sends now his wee guy, just go over and heal that guy, runs over, uses it, and brings the guy back from unconscious.
Right, is there a test on that?
Sorry?
Is there a test? for using that particular ability?
If you have to make a successful willpower roll.
Okay, no, it's just because I was just imagining this little thing going up. Oh, friend, fall down! Get up, friend!
You can also fail with this, and you can only use it once.
Yeah, only once.
Yeah, but if you have a lot of these scattered around the table, it's giving you a lot of tactical flexibility for damage taking and healing.
Apart from that, the owners of these creatures, the Kael'thar, are excellent troops. They have chain of command, which is a super useful skill, and they makes them specialists. So it's a must for the Tohaa players.
That's done?
Yeah, we have explained the rules with our words. Please wait for the final text in the final book, okay? Because rules require precision in the writing. So this is just me explaining stuff with my accent.
All right, well, guys, tell you what, if you're a Tohaa player, get in on the comments below. Tell us, have you been using these? Do you have plans to use these in N3?
Oh yeah, the Symbiote, absolutely.
Well, let's just get some really nasty tactics that you guys think of down in the comments. Myself, Killian, and Carlos will move on here, and we'll see you again soon.
Have a nice Tohaa year.